Are you ready? Welcome to Be Ready with Safetyman. I'm going to bring you 25 years of professional advanced law enforcement training and experience. I'm going to bring in professionals who are passionate in their fields, and together we're going to show how they are ready and how you can be ready. So today, I'm going to give you one action step at the end of this program that you can put into practice right now, immediately, to help you be ready, to help your family be ready, and to keep your business ready. I want to introduce my friend and colleague, Angelo Valletta. He's the Catholic Foundation President and CEO. Welcome, Angelo.
Thank you, Corey. Welcome and good morning to you.
Good morning. So tell me why you are here today, Angelo.
Well, as President and CEO of the Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia, we're here to ensure that the missions and passions of our donors are consistent with our Catholic faith. And how we join them together is in two ways. One is to create funds and donor-advised funds so we become a financial institution that stewards individuals' passions. Okay. Either that passion be around security and safety of our schools, which we'll talk a little bit about today, as well as we help our missions advance with development efforts. So we help find dollars so the missions that we serve can be more successful and prosperous. So we bring those two elements together to bring full circle our philanthropic needs in the greater Philadelphia area.
Okay, awesome. So tell me, Angelo, how did you get involved in this, and give me a little bit about yourself?
Sure, and thanks for asking, Corey. I came to the Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia in a little bit different way. I spent 35 years in financial services, guiding technology and operations areas. So to be ready from a security perspective, from a data standpoint versus a physical standpoint. And we'll talk about more of the physical later today, but it has been my responsibility over the last 35 years to ensure that our systems and our software were consistent. I built a career of 35 years. The last 5 years, we grew a division within the largest technology provider for financial services organizations. We built that from $200,000 a month to $13 million a month.
Wow.
And that really allowed me to take a look at this opportunity here at the Catholic Foundation. I started about a year ago. My first day was November 1st, so I'm just coming up on a year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you. It's been a fantastic adventure so far. Our board of directors is just a fantastic group of philanthropic individuals that help make up our ministries. And you know, the key is that we are a nonprofit, we are independent. So we're here for our donors and our donors' funds and to ensure that we steward it to their passions, no one else's, right? So that's an important distinction that we are separate and independent for our donors and their particular passions. So that's very important for our organization. And then separately, we allow for the growth of our consulting business, which is our Mission Advancement Services Group that helps other organizations grow so they can be more successful in their missions, as I said before. So that's how I got started. It really coupled my passion for financial services. I've spent the better part of the last 15 years on nonprofit boards. So my passion to help others in regards to the nonprofit sector, now I bring that full circle to help the organization grow so we can help other ministries.
Amazing. So speaking about the schools in Philadelphia, how is what we're talking about going to help them?
Sure. So if I can take just a step back, Corey, about 6 months ago, we read the marketplace, and our environment today is, especially for our school-age students, right? Our elementary school students, our high school students, they're vulnerable. And we've read the marketplace, you know, since 2000 to 2018, the date that we're sitting here, Corey, there has been more mass violence in our schools than the whole century from 1900 to 1999. It's an astonishing statistic. And so when we read that marketplace, we knew that there was a need and a gap to where some of our schools needed to get to a baseline level of security.
Of course.
So we have a granting process. It's one of the blessings that we have is that we have the availability to receive grants. They ask us for money. We review those grants, and we distribute those funds that we take in from our wonderful donors. So what we're able to do is we set some criteria, and as we read the marketplace, knowing the specific vulnerabilities that we have out there, it was very important for us to put criteria on the granting process that we wanted to put levels of baseline security in our schools. So we asked the schools to submit us grants for either technology, software, hardening of their physical environment. And believe me, Corey, we're not the professionals here. You are. We wouldn't be able to fathom what they would need. So what we did is we asked the schools to work with their individual police and authorities to help put together a baseline security. So, and our wonderful police force, our wonderful authorities within our communities, they really stepped up and helped and went through the different schools because they want to make their community safer. It's just a wonderful marriage together to be able to put schools and our police force together for the better good. So they went through, talked about what they needed to do, either be hardening of the physical aspects, maybe it was some technology. And all schools are different. All schools are in different areas. You know, schools that are in the inner cities is different than schools in suburbs, right? There's different needs. And our police force, our wonderful police force, knows that, right? So, and then they put together some baselines to allow the schools then to go out for 3 bids to kind of figure out what they needed as a number from a grant. They put that package together and submitted it to us. And we found 9 schools that put together wonderful packages in excess of $100,000. And we approved that. And we're going to figure out how we, as an organization, fund that. And that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is that you as viewers can help us along with text to giving. Please text to give to 215-709-9955 with the keyword security. And then you can also go to our website, the CFGP, that's Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia.org. And please feel free to text or internet give to help us out.
So make sure you write that number down and that website down. We're going to come back after this break and talk about how we can make you and Angelo and his people ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to create a better visitor experience.
Improve our workflow.
Attract new customers. That's when Fast Signs recommended Fleet Graphics.
Yeah, now business is rolling in. Get started at fastsigns.com. When did you see the sign?
When I needed to create a better visitor experience.
Improve our workflow.
Attract new customers. That's when Fast Signs recommended Fleet Graphics.
Yeah, now business is rolling in. Get started at fastsigns.com.
Hi, I'm Charlie Timmons, and What's Your Story? I'm the new host of What's Your Story here on RVN TV. Stories fascinate us, and each week my guests will share their journey, from clarifying their superpowers to pivoting their journey to creating the impact that they're trying to make in their world. I'll make conversations authentic, with insights and practical advice that you can apply immediately. So join me at 12:30 p.m. East each Friday here on RVN TV. And start your weekend on a positive up note.
All right, Angelo, thanks again for giving that text to give and that website so people can help your organization. We were talking about, you had 9 schools and you're looking about maybe expanding that. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely, and thank you, Corey. So when we read the marketplace, we feel that there are probably double and triple that amount of schools. There are over 200 Catholic-like schools and parochial schools in the greater Philadelphia area. So there's going to be some level in need of baseline, and we're going to be receiving grants from that, from those other institutions. We truly believe that that number is more $500,000 to $1 million, but we have to start somewhere. We started with the first 100,000. As an organization, the Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia, we're committed to that first 100,000. We want to make sure that our schools at least have a baseline level of security, but there's going to be many, many others out there that are going to have the need of this baseline security. And honestly, Corey, our parents are demanding this of our schools, right? So they elect to send their children and put their trust into our school system. And it's very important that we take the safety and security of those of our students serious. So our parents are demanding this. They're demanding that, and they ask those questions when they're looking at a school to send their child to kindergarten. They're asking the questions: what type of policies, what type of processes do you have? Are you proactive? Are you ready?
Exactly.
And I'm going to steal your term, Corey. Are our schools ready? And sometimes they don't even know what to say in that case because they haven't been educated from that perspective. So it's very important that we're putting together a program and a process for our school systems.
That's awesome. I can tell you, after about 25 years of professional law enforcement training, I was on the forefront of active shooter training for schools. And one of the things that we found is the feedback from the staff and the parents when they know that everyone is ready is really positive. Has there been any pushback or any negativity or anything that people find out that you're taking action steps to be ready?
No, actually, just the contrary, Corey. They're actually the expectation is there, and the need is there. So they're very, very receptive to it. And actually, in some cases, that we're reaching out to our parents and alumni of those schools to help us get some of this funding together, right? So, our schools are Catholic schools, yes, but in many cases, it's every race, nationality, religion that are in that school. It's a melting pot, so to speak, right? Our parents are electing to send their wonderful children to us. Now we have to make sure that we protect them, so we have to be ready.
So I want you guys to be ready to be able to help and give. So one more time, can you give that information of if people want to help financially, how they can get that done?
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. Text to give is 215-709-9955 with the keyword security, and then just follow the prompts. And then our website is www.thecfgp.org/security.
Thank you, Angelo.
Thank
And
you.
again, I want you guys to do everything you can to help Angelo and his foundation be ready. And I also want to talk to you about how you can be ready, okay? After 25 years of law enforcement training and experience, one of the things I like to do to have people ready is to give them a tool, okay? So you can go to safetyman.co, and as a professional TASER instructor, I can come and give you a personally designed TASER training program, and you'll leave with a brand new TASER that you can use to protect your family and yourself. Or you could have a stun gun, and this stun gun is something that you can use to protect yourself, prevent an incident, protect your family, and protect your home. You can go to safetyman.co and you can get that started today. How else can you be ready? You can go to safetyman.co, and right now we're giving away a free Alexa Echo Dot with any home security system that's installed. I'll come to your home, we'll design it perfectly, that'll fit your home, your lifestyle, and protect your family and your property. Finally, going along with Angela and I were just talking about active shooter training. I've spent 18 years on the forefront of training active shooter response and prevention with law enforcement professionals, schools, daycares, and government institutions. I can do that for you. Do you own a business? Do you manage a structure? If you go to safetyman.co, we can come in, design a program specifically tailored to your location to keep you safe so you can be ready. Okay? Safetyman.co to help you stay ready for any eventuality. Angelo, again, I wanted to finish up and wrap up how we're going to take an action step, right?
Yes.
So one action step I like to tell people is get off the X. If you see danger, if danger's happening, you get alerted to danger, you want to get off the X, get away from danger. That's Be Ready with Safetyman action step number 1 is to get off the X. So what's one of the action steps that you're taking right now to help your schools and your children be ready?
So we are in the process of educating our schools. So learning these type of baselines. It's the first time I've ever heard of get off the X. Believe me, that's now ingrained in my head, and I will share that with these 9 schools plus the others, is that to understand it, see it, understand it, and get off that X.
Right.
Great, that's a great suggestion there, and I appreciate that. And then as we go through, we're learning those baselines and understanding of that. Our schools know much more than we do, but it's very important that we understand and build that into our processes and our procedures within our schools. It's very important, and thank you for that.
Right. Excellent. So again, I want to give people as many opportunities that they have to be able to give, and like, is too much, too little? Like, what's something that people can do?
You know what, Corey, I like to say is that every dollar, every $5, it adds up. You know your means. If you can do $1 or $100, please just do the text to give. Again, 215-709-9955, keyword security, or go to our website, www.thecfgp.org/security. $1, $100, or $1,000, it all adds up because every single step along the way allows us to be ready.
Excellent. So we're going to give to be ready, and we're going to train to be ready, and we're going to have the mindset to be ready. So what did we learn today? Get off the X. If you see danger, if you're aware of danger, if you're alerted to danger, you want to get off the X. So we want to be proactive. We want to train. We want to be proactive. We want to take action steps to secure. We want to be proactive. We want to be ready. We want to give. We want to help educate our students, their teachers, their parents. We want to harden the structure. We want to do practical training. We want to do theoretical training. And we want to get our students ready. So the first time they see their teacher telling them that they have to get off the X, that they may have to exit this classroom, that they may have to help barricade this structure, it's not during emergency. We want the first time you're exposed to something like this to be in a training environment. I know for 25 years as an instructor in firearms, in taser, in defensive tactics, in active shooter, people react to their training. People react to repetition. So we're going to start today by getting the schools ready, the students ready, the teachers ready, the community ready, and we're going to do it by holding hands with law enforcement, okay? We're going to react to what law enforcement is already trained to do so we can make sure that the first time they say get off the X, lock down, evacuate, or something like that, it's a training situation. And by showing that our schools are hardened, we may be able to prevent a situation or an emergency because that bad guy or those bad guys or those people that are looking to do harm are going to pick a softer target. So that's the goal, is to make a soft target a hard target and to make it less likely that someone's going to come in and want to do harm. Get off the X. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.